Back with more Fear the Walking Dead. This is episode 5 of season 6. Very excited to carry on and see what's going to happen next this season because my god, it's been 4 awesome episodes in a row. Hopefully they're going to continue with that trend because man, this season is insanely good so far and I'm really enjoying it a lot. It's been really cool to see all these different characters again and to see a few reunions and some friendships kind of falling apart a bit as well, being a bit tested, and we still have a bit of an overarching mystery connecting things with the whole end is the beginning submarine thing and whatever that mysterious key is all about. And yeah, there's still a few more characters we need to check in with, and I don't know if that's going to be this episode or, you know, we're still not going to see everyone yet, because yeah, there's a few. Sarah and Wendell are the big standouts for me. Luciana, who I'd kind of forgotten was in the show. And I believe Wes is supposed to be in this season at some point, so I don't know when we're going to see all of them. But there's still a few main characters unaccounted for, but I'm excited to see whatever's going to happen next because this season's been awesome so far, and hopefully this is going to continue on. And I want to say hopefully this is another sweet episode because it's called Honey, so we'll see what happens, and yeah, let's just get into the next one.
Dwight, do you complete?
Oh. Cock blocked, sorry buddy.
She hunts people down.
Not if she thinks we're dead.
She'll find us.
No, there's gotta be a place where she won't. Hey.
Maybe the place Morgan's making?
Each other.
Forgot the fork.
Shit.
What the fork is going on here? Oh, Jesus, what the fuck? Oh, that's the saddest opening music ever. Oh, I felt that in my soul. Ah. Is she going to be one of these people? Because she must have been doing something during this time.
It's okay, Dee.
Is it okay?
People she was gonna kill. We can't let Rangers see who they are.
Oh, okay.
Come on, I
I mean, could you have found happier masks? Or, like, non-creepy masks? I mean, she's even put bloody, like, clown makeup on hers. That's kind of sadistic, right?
Bring her down.
And they'll be scrubbing your friend's brains off the tiles for weeks. 5.
What a kind man.
4.
Oh, those are some serious boots.
What the hell are you doing? Getting answers from him?
Well, you weren't though, were you?
Not like that, you. I'll be damned. I'll be damned indeed.
You two know each other?
Oh, he was
The
in...
guy I told you about. One that saved my life.
That was Dwight?
Twice, actually.
Well,
Been in Tank Town.
My MRAP? Look, if you really want to take down Virginia, you don't destroy something like that. Steal it.
makes sense. Risky, but makes sense. Oh good, horses in a Walking Dead show. How many are gonna die? All of them or all of them but one? When we've been saying wear a mask this year, like, this isn't what we meant. It's a highway robbery. My god, it's turned into Mission Impossible all of a sudden. This could be going better. Oh.
You're the boss. I'm not.
I mean, he seems serious. Look at that face. Oh dear. There goes that face.
You saw your face?
I know.
He gets back to Virginia.
Hello? Oh my god. He's so badass.
You lose something, and somebody save me. Who? I'm not sure.
So you're telling me you've been riding...
They really
around
are building that up, so surely it's going to be someone we know.
I'm happy for you, Dwight. Thanks.
but I couldn't have found her without Al.
Now we need to find Al's lady, and we need to find Morgan's
A
lady.
few months.
We'll find her.
Hell yeah, you will.
We'll find everybody.
Hell yeah, you will.
Hey, what's the story with that dog?
Found it near a wildlife sanctuary.
Now she's asking the right fucking questions.
I'd go so far as to consider us friends.
I mean, let's calm down.
Appreciate your hospitality.
We don't need a place where Virginia can't find us, because she'll be dead.
Oh.
We've got the MRAP. We've got everything we need.
I mean, you could at least see the place, right?
But the only thing I'm asking, do not make a move against Virginia until the time is right. Please.
I mean, that is sensible.
I like family. And they're a big part of.
Can you believe Dwight
why I
saying that about
am
Morgan
right
after season
now.
8? Man.
The only way to have what we want is to take her out.
Yeah, but take her out at the right time.
If you...
I'm not leaving without you.
They can't separate them again already, can they? That would just be rude.
You think this is gonna make me talk? No. Bring it back! Behemoth.
Oh. Ah, Ramsay Bolton the fucker.
I can see why you wear a mask.
Rude.
See, now you've seen my face. So I can't let you go back to anyone.
Oh, didn't we think he'd already seen it?
You're the asshole with the chess pieces. It'll happen to you.
Uh-oh.
I saw you on the tape. No, he doesn't know anything.
What the hell is happening here, Dwight?
Stuff. Fangs.
Seems like he doesn't have the answers you're looking for.
So we feed him to the dog.
Why is the place that you're building right now any different?
Because I'm different. Because we're gonna do things.
That's true.
I'm sorry. If Grace was asking you to do this, you would do the exact same thing.
Get Jenny to make an appearance like she did when she took Tanktown. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Soon enough, this will all be behind us.
Don't say stuff like that, Dwight.
You just pull the lever.
Yeah,
Kronk.
sometimes when Virginia gets here, I'm gonna kill her myself.
We'll see.
This is not your call.
No, it's ours.
Oh dear. Well,
Sorry.
Are you?
No. No, I'm not. We both want the same
at
thing.
least he's honest.
Hell, maybe.
Make sure he stays in there too.
Whoa.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
I won't let you become the person you used to be.
I mean, you did say you want to kill Ginny. He said, oh yeah, I'd do it. Now she's like, oh my god, you're becoming the man you used to be. How the turntables. All around me are familiar faces.
What are you doing?
Making sure she doesn't have to go through what we did.
I don't know if she'll want you to do that though.
Virginia hit with them.
What a surprise.
We can't just let him keep doing
Him.
it.
Sherry, it's now or never. It's now or never.
There better be a damn good reason for this. Let's move!
This could be a good time for them to fake their own death. Maybe. So when he touches her, she's like, oh, your hand's cold.
You had to do that! You had to make it hard! You had to make it hard! You had to make it hard!
Alright. I think the honeymoon phase is over again.
This is about Negan.
I could have done something 100 times, and I didn't.
No, this ain't then.
You can't blame yourself for all of that.
Can't. I'm not gonna stand around and watch that happen again.
Then you need to leave.
Whoa. Come on.
You actually
Remind me of who you used to be.
So, why is that a bad thing?
So go. I said go!
Walk out the door. Just turn around now. 'Cause you're not my husband anymore. Well, they give us a happy ending for episode 3 and then they pull this shit. Just rude. I mean, I'm sure in the long run they'll work it out, but come on, people. Can he at least take the dog so it could be friends with Morgan's dog? Yeah, take the dog. Oh. It wanted to be free. And now you are. There you go. Hooray.
Are you really gonna take out Jimmy?
I am. Yeah, I mean, we are. And we're gonna need more than that van.
We've got another 11 episodes to fill. Faking their deaths. I was wondering, like, are we going to get a whole episode without seeing a walker? But there you go. Dwight was dead set on that plan, so I'm glad he got to, like, carry it out. Well, I'm glad a few of these people are, like, sticking around and, like, they can build a community. Now he's the one leaving messages for her. Okay, another really great episode. I like this one a lot. Cool to revisit the whole Dwight and Sherry situation. As much as I want to see some other characters and stuff, like, you know, Grace is probably one of my top priorities, along with Sarah and Wendell. Just kind of, we still need to check in with a lot of people, but it was cool that they didn't leave us hanging too long after we got the Dwight and Sherry reunion in episode 3 to find out what was happening next. At least we kind of got that pretty quickly after, so that kind of makes sense why they would do that. And yeah, it was really cool. Well, I say really cool to see it because it all went wrong inevitably. They got about a week, and then yeah. So that's frustrating in a way, but I can kind of see why it all led to that moment. And they've been apart for, I think it was like at least over a year. So they both shifted into different people, kind of formed these different lives. You know, they had to get on and build other relationships with people and build other communities and stuff because they didn't know for sure they ever would see each other again. So it makes sense that in a way they kind of had to start moving on a bit. I think Dwight kind of found this peace that he'd never see Sherry again, but then ultimately he did, and Sherry was like, you know, don't stop trying to follow my trail and everything. So everything with that, it makes sense why they didn't quite gel again, I guess, because they're very different people. And that was the idea they were kind of playing with, of, you know, Dwight so becoming more so the man he used to be again, like before Negan and everything, but then he has that kind of moment where he was interrogating the guy, and I think that scared Sherry a bit, so she didn't want him involved in case he became that guy again, and that all that came from this guilt she was feeling about not acting up with the whole Negan situation in Walking Dead. But alongside that, Dwight didn't want to see Sherry go down the path that he did way back when with the Saviours. So it's a twisted, complicated mess, and the fact that Sherry was annoyed at Dwight and kind of sent him packing because he wanted to do what she was planning to do is a bit strange to me. But I can also understand her reasonings from a personal point of view, like her personal point of view anyway, because, you know, she doesn't want to lose her husband all over again in that sense. Like, she could gain him back and lose him again even if he's still around, because he might revert back to that person, which I don't think was the case. I feel like Dwight, he was doing what he needed to do. You know, he needs to convince that guy, and everyone has that kind of dark side and that ruthless side, and Dwight needed to let that out in that moment. So while that is a very frustrating thing, I'm sure in the long run we'll see Sherry again, they'll work it out, but they just need a bit more time apart again, I guess. I think they need to kind of grow back into each other as people, and they can do that, I think. And ultimately, I think they might find a compromise with, like, Morgan helping out to take Ginny down, and I think those guys will get involved. So it was cool to kind of see a bit more of that. They brought back the guy who I think was in last season, and a few other new characters like Ozzy and stuff. Like, he seemed like a bit of a dick, but he warmed up to it. And then, yeah, we had the whole chase sequence with the truck, which I thought was an interesting little action set piece, like halfway through the episode, that I thought broke it up quite nicely, a different kind of thing, different style. The fact that Sherry had joined this group, this other community, seeing a bit of what her life was like in this missing year when her and Dwight hadn't seen each other, and she had like masks and everything on. cool imagery for sure, even if it was a bit creepy. The whole introductory scene with them was really cool. When we kind of first get the reveal of someone wearing a mask, that was really great. And yeah, Althea coming along and trying to form a plan with Morgan, but ultimately it all got twisted and turned and stuff like that, as things do. And I do enjoy that Dwight got his chance to like do that plan at the end to like fake their deaths. So for now, it would seem they're free of Virginia, and they can, if it works anyway, they can kind of help Morgan build this community. And some of the people that they found in episode 3 are sticking with them and coming to the community with them. I really like that. So that place is really going to get populated quite a lot soon. I love the idea of Morgan finding everyone, building this thing, and hopefully fighting back against Virginia. I feel like this place that Morgan's found could potentially be like the Alexandria of Fear the Walking Dead, which I'd really like to see. It would be cool to finally see them grounded and settled in one place, like for multiple seasons. So yeah, I enjoyed everything with that. And while it's frustrating what's happened with Dwight and Sherry and the fact they've kind of parted ways again, just as they found each other, you can kind of see where they're coming from, and it's most of their personal concerns. And I guess it's none of my business, but it's kind of frustrating nonetheless. And yeah, Morgan coming along, having like caught that guy who was escaping from the truck and like bringing him back, looking all badass and everything. That was really cool. Him asking after Grace, talking about how much he's changed as well, kind of tying into the theme of the episode about how all these different people have changed and been shaped. And it was cool that Dwight and Sherry had that chance to actually talk about the Negan situation as well and really clear the air there, because that was some kind of closure and scenes we didn't quite get in The Walking Dead. So it was cool that they continue to address that, and it's still an obstacle for them even now, and kind of makes you wish you could see how Negan's kind of turned out now in Walking Dead. Although I suppose the timeline, I'm not sure how the timeline is with Fear. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think they've caught up, have they, to where The Walking Dead is now because of their big time jump, but still, would be interesting. And yeah, just a nice kind of character development episode, I'd say, more so than anything else. We did have the big action thing with the truck, but again, like, we only really saw any walkers right in that last scene when they were kind of finding a Dwight and Althea lookalike, so kind of not so much about that, more so about Dwight and Sherry parting ways. Yet again, they are cursed, but I think in the long run it will work out for those two. And yeah, it just shows how divided Virginia can make people, and I like the idea of them saying, you know, the difference between who you are now, who you used to be, who you could potentially be again, because they've done it with Morgan quite a few times, so it was cool that he showed up and was part of that, and it makes sense for Dwight and Sherry to have those kind of storylines going on as well with those two after everything. So yeah, that constantly changing identity, reverting back to potentially who you used to be, that can tie into everything going on with Strand right now as well. So yeah, they're definitely doing similar kind of story arcs, but in different kind of ways for lots of characters this season. So I like that kind of storyline thread and that character plot thread, tying it all together. It just makes it feel so cohesive and enjoyable. But yeah, overall, a really great episode. Looking forward to seeing where things are going to go next, and hopefully catching up with some other characters we haven't seen yet this season. I don't know when the midpoint of the season is going to be. I've been hearing like it's supposed to be 7 episodes and then we have a break. So I think we only have 2 more episodes left until we have a bit of a break in between the seasons. But I don't really know how COVID impacted Fear. I don't know when they went back shooting or anything. So I guess I'll find out when they stop airing episodes. I don't know. But yeah, this was another great episode, continuing a great run for season 6, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. But until my next reaction, thanks for watching.